Hi everyone. Let's go ahead and see how I build production grade financial RAG with the RAGWire in less than 20 minutes. So we are going to compare multi-company document, this PDF document using this RAGWire and Ollama. Everything is going to run here locally. That means it is going to stay private here. Final output is gonna look like something this, where we ask a question, it is gonna give us the final answer, something like this. And if you visualize this final answer, it is gonna look like this. So you see how good it is. This is definitely a fantastic answer. You can just simply click on the download, then you can see this report in the markdown as well. As you can clearly see here, this is a fantastic report. All right. So there was the very simple question that the compare Apple and the Google's revenue. Now it has compared the Apple's and the Google revenue, and it has given you the output. And that output is really a good output. So we'll be using here the RAGWire. This is the RAG framework, which actually does all the heavy lifting. Like if you go with the traditional RAG design, you have to do all of these by yourself. Then there is a lot of the chances that your system will break. So this RAGWire is going to do all these heavy lifting, like the data pre-processing, smart chunking, metadata extraction, dense vector embedding, sparse vector embedding. Everything is being done by the RAGWire. Not just limited to this one. In fact, it is going to help you in the retrieval process as well. Like it is going to support the hybrid search, ranking, relevant document selections. All of these are going to happen behind the scene with the RAGWire itself. Not just limited to these two. In fact, it is able to handle any kind of the documents as well. Like RAGWire can handle the PDF, Word doc, web article, corporate wikis, everything basically. All right. What you have to do, you have to just put your data inside the directory. Then it is just going to read that directly automatically, and it is going to ingest that in the vector DB. And then you can just simply fire your agent, and overall it is going to be the super simple. As you can see here, this is the only code which I have written here. All right. Otherwise, if you have ever seen any RAG code, you know that how difficult it is implementing the RAG, especially a production grade RAG. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with this particular lesson. All right. I'll see you in the code. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with the implementation. A quick implementation, we are going to see here a multi-document, or you can say here a multi-company RAG system. And we have taken care all complex part using the RAGWire. So you need to come back here quickly at the RAGWire website here. So this is the documentation, and this is how you can get started with this. And this particular lesson is in continuation of our previous lesson that is given in the description. So you have to make sure you install here the RAGWire as per your provider. We are going to use here the Ollama. So we'll be installing the RAGWire Ollama here. All right. Thereafter, you need to make sure you have installed here the fast embed as well, so that you can enable here hybrid search like a dense vector and sparse vector embedding as well. You have to also make sure you have your quadrant vector DB up and running. That is something which we have already done in our previous lesson. As you can see here, that is running in our Docker. That's the quadrant here. At this particular port, it is running here. And you can see it here as well. So this is the dashboard of our quadrant vector DB. All right, cool. Let's come back to the documentation again here. Once installation part is done, thereafter your task is to create the config.YAML. So this is the beauty of this particular package, or you can say this RAGWire framework, where you can define all your parameter in this config file, and then you can control your RAG through this config file itself. We have already prepared a config file in our previous lesson. That is something which I have already uploaded on the link here. So RAGWire RAG tutorial, and this particular repo link is also given in the video description. So you come here, there is the multi-company finance RAG. Inside this multi-company finance RAG, this config.YAML is already provided here. If you want to go with the documentation, a detailed documentation, obviously you can read here this document which defines all of these parameters. Basically, all these parameters are explained here, although these parameters are self-explanatory. All right. Let's go ahead and quickly see our config.YAML for this particular lesson. So here is the simple config.YAML we have here. Like the provider is the Ollama, model is going to be the Qwen 3 embedding model. Then you have here the model Qwen 3.59 billion parameter model. This is again Ollama embedding, and this is where our Ollama is currently running. Thereafter, you have your vector store. All right, so this is your vector store URL, and this is going to be my collection name. And thereafter, we are going to use here sparse embedding as well, and force recreate is a true. That means if this particular collection exists there, then it is going to delete that and it is going to recreate here. And in the retrieval part, we are going to use here the hybrid search. Now let's go ahead and see how quickly we can set up our finance RAG. So here is the data. We have here 3 company data: Amazon, Apple, and the Google. This is the 10K data. Basically, this is filing data, which is filed in the stock market, or you can say the security filing data. There is 86 page in this PDF, there is 80 page in this one, and there is 99 page in this. All these pages explained about the company financials. Basically, company release all these financial status and they file it to the government, or you can say the financial regulatory. All right, let's come back to our notebook. And this one is going to load our environment variable. Environment variables are already defined here. That means by loading this environment variable, we will be able to track our agent execution using the LangSmith as well. Thereafter, you have your RAGWire and the setup logging, and we are going to display here a log level as info so that we can see what is happening behind the scene. Then we import our RAGWire as well so that we can find out what is the current version of the RAGWire. And thereafter, we are going to load our config.YAML. So this is our config.YAML. Again, remember, this is new collection name, which is going to be ingested in our vector DB, and the number of context is also defined. This is the max number of context for our LLM. Let's come back here, and we are just gonna run this particular cell as well. So it has started and it is trying to initialize this RAGWire library. It might take a little bit time first time. While it is initializing RAGWire, now it is time to make sure we ingest our data directory. So we can say it like this: stats is equal to rag dot ingest underscore directory, and this is where we are going to define the directory which we want to ingest. We need to go back here one directory behind, and thereafter we have there the data directory. So we want to ingest this data directory. Let's go ahead and do it like this one. In this way, it is going to ingest this data directory. It has found here 3 files. As you can see, log have been also printed. In the log, it says found 3 files starting in JSON for the 3 document. So basically what is going to happen here, behind the scene, Markdown library is going to be loaded from the Microsoft locally, and then it is converting these PDF data into the markdown file, and thereafter it is going to do all the split, and then it is going to ingest it into your RAG system. Basically, whatever the complex system design you are currently seeing here, all of these are going to be done behind the scene. So this RAGWire framework have taken all the heavy lifting which you have to do generally manually. All these heavy lifting have been done using the RAGWire itself. So we have to wait here for some time, let it finish. In meantime, in fact, while it is finishing, let me just show you the documentation here. So in the RAGWire, you need to come here at the architecture part. In the architecture, you can see here the detailed architecture, that how this RAGWire is actually working here. So currently this ingest document block is getting executed. There you have all the document processing part like market downloader, text splitter, SHA-256 hasher. Once that part is done, thereafter all the embedding layers, metadata extraction, all these are initialized again, and thereafter using the LLM, embeddings are created, metadata are extracted, and all these are then actually ingested into the quadrant vector DB. A detailed architecture is given at the website itself, you can go ahead and have a look on this detailed architecture itself. All the ingestion pipeline is also explained here, how it is working. All right, you see here, everything is explained in very detail. If you want to have a deep dive here, definitely you can go ahead and have a deep dive. Let's wait for some time, let it finish. All right, so directory ingestion have been done here, as you can clearly see in the log. You can also have a look on the stats as well. So this is the total stat. That means 3 files have been processed and 119 chunks have been created. Now it is time to get started with our agentic part. So what you have to do here, you have to come at our website, I mean the documentation part here. So that is the RAGWire. In the RAGWire, scroll it here at the top, click on getting started. Thereafter, you have here the RAG agent. All right. You need to just scroll it down a little bit. Then you can clearly see here that how we can apply a filter in the context. Apart from that, how we can search the document. So this is how you can do. And if you scroll it down a little bit more, then you can see here the detailed documentation that how it is going to happen. So this is the detailed documentation overall, how it is going to happen. All right. So what we do here, we are just going to copy this whole code from here, not from there, in fact here. All right, so let's go ahead and copy this code from here, and we are going to copy this as well. And all these code we are going to copy. Let's go ahead and copy all of these here from here. Okay, so we copy from here. Since these we have already covered, so we just copy this code. Remember, it is in RAG agent from the getting started. So we just simply come here. Thereafter, we are going to put this code here. Then it seems like some missing libraries are there. So what we do here, we come here at the top, then all the library we are just going to import here, so that we make sure all the libraries are imported here. All right, as you can see here, all these libraries have been imported without any issue. So this get filter context is going to get the filter context for a particular query. Then that filter context is going to be used as a tool in our agent. Then the search document is going to retrieve the document from the vector DB. All right. Once all these are done, then everything is connected with the agent. This is where we are actually creating our LangChain agent. Then we are connecting here the tools together. Then the model comes from here. And then we have here a system prompt. And it is the generic system prompt, which says that you need to use the get filter context before the search document. Thereafter, you need to adjust the filter based on the available metadata already present in our vector database. And then we have here the check pointer. And then finally, we are entering here in the interactive QA loop. All right, let's go ahead and run this. So here we have entered into the QA mode. Let's go ahead and ask here a simple question. A simple question which I'm going to ask here is like, what is the revenue of Apple? All right. So what it is going to do here, it is going to extract the data from our vector DB, and then it is going to synthesize the answer, and then finally it is going to present it here. In meantime, while it is doing, we can also see how it is doing using our langsmith. We have already added our langsmith environment variable in .env file, so we can see all the log here in the langsmith itself. So this was our question. Then Quen 3.5 9 billion parameter model was used here. Then get filter context was called, and thereafter this execution is still being done. That means get search will be also called behind the scene, and then finally final result will be presented there. Let's go ahead and have a look here. So here we are seeing agent is ready. Filter have been extracted. That's the Apple Inc. That is the company name. And then it has retrieved the 5 document for the Apple revenue. And then finally it is going to present the final answer. As you see here, it has presented the final answer based on the Apple's Inc. 2025 Form 10K document. Apple's revenue is like this one. And here is the source, Apple Inc. 25 Form 10K document, consolidated statement and comprehensive income, which is coming from page number 29. And the revenue breakdown is coming from the page number 35. It is still generating some answer, seems like. Let's wait for some time. I think answer is generated, so it is expecting the another question. Now I can ask here the another question where I can compare 2 or 3 companies' revenue as well. For example, if I ask here the question, compare Google and Apple revenue, let's say. All right. So this is the multi-company RAG system. So what it is going to do here, it is going to filter out Google data first of all. Thereafter, it is going to filter out the Apple's data. Thereafter, it is going to compare those, and then finally, it is going to synthesize the answer, and then it is going to present those answer here. So we have to wait here a little bit since it is working behind the scene. Again, we can have a look here how it is working. So as we refresh it, we should be able to see here this particular execution was done here. As you can clearly see, search document was called here, get filter context was called here, and then finally final answer was presented here. That's the final answer here. All right. Similarly, compare Google and Apple revenue is getting executed. Get filter context is called here, but this is the multi-step process. So your agent will try to answer this question by fetching the document for the Apple and the Google separately, and then it will synthesize the final answer. Let's wait for some time. All right, so the comparison have been done here. As you can clearly see, this was the end of our previous question, and this is where our question started, the recent one. So here our agent says, based on the financial document retrieved, here is the comprehensive revenue comparison between the Apple and the Google. So Google means here Alphabet Inc. for the fiscal year 2025. As you can see here, thereafter it says here revenue comparison between the financial year 2025. Then I click on scrollable so that I can see here complete picture. Thereafter, you will see here a very interesting case actually. So interesting case is because of how Apple and Google reports their financials to the government. I mean, to the regulatory body. So what they do here, Apple considered its financial year from the 1st October to the 30th September. Because of that, their fiscal year has ended on 27th September. I guess on 27th September 2025, it was the on this particular day, seems like maybe it was Friday or the Thursday, and thereafter next 2-3 days there was the holiday. That could be the reason. And in Google case, what they do actually, they consider their calendar year from 1st January to the 31st December. All right. Although overall, the period is here 1 year itself. So this is how the final comparison is being done. And you can see it, more in a more structured way if you just see it in the markdown viewer. So you just come here and just search it here, markdown to the PDF, open this website and paste this as a markdown viewer. Then you can clearly see here that how it look like. All right. So if you have application, that application is showing or rendering your markdown data, then you should be able to get it something like this. As you can see here, how good your RAG system is. So overall, my point was here to show you how you can implement RAG system. Let's stop this. How you can implement RAG system so quickly, and also how you can implement the production grade RAG system. So what you have to do here, you have to use here Wire RAG framework, and thereafter you can implement your RAG system on the top of the wireframe. So you need to come here at the RAGWire document. Make sure you go to the repository, start this repository, so that whenever new feature comes to this particular repository, you should be able to get the latest update. And also, if you have any question, you can ask that in the Q&A section. I would be more than happy to help you. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel so that you would be able to get the latest update on the latest videos. Bye-bye. Take care.